So, you're a veteran looking to buy a home in Cincinnati, and you're probably trying to figure out all the upfront costs. Well, in this explainer, we're going to zero in on one of the big ones, the VA appraisal fee. Let's just get right to the number.
All right, the million-dollar question, or, well, the several $100 question. What's the actual cost for a VA appraisal in Cincy? Let's not beat around the bush.
There it is, $625 for a standard single-family home in Cincinnati. That is your number. But, that's really just the beginning of the story. Let's dig into why it's this specific amount and, maybe more importantly, when that number might change.
First things first, let's talk about where this number even comes from. It's not just pulled out of thin air. It's all based on the VA's official fee schedule.
Now, you might be thinking, is that $625 fee only for a traditional house? And the good news is, no. It's the standard fee for single-family homes, but it also covers individual condos and townhomes, so it basically covers most of the properties that veterans are looking for.
Okay, here's a little insider info a lot of buyers don't realize. This isn't really a Cincinnati fee. The entire state of Ohio, believe it or not, is covered by one single VA office, and that office sets one uniform fee schedule. What does that mean for you? It means whether you're buying in Cincy, Columbus, Cleveland, or anywhere in between, the cost is standardized. That's a fantastic protection for veterans.
Okay, but what if you're looking at something a little different? Maybe a multifamily property or a manufactured home. Well, the costs too change, and it's definitely important to know by how much.
All right, let's break it down. As you can see, a standard home or a condo, that's our base of $625. A manufactured home, that bumps up just a little bit to $675. And if you're looking to invest, maybe do a little house hacking with a multifamily property, we're talking 2 to 4 units, the fee is $775. So, why the different price tags?
It really just boils down to the amount of work involved. I mean, think about it. When an appraiser is looking at a duplex or a fourplex, they're not just valuing one home. They have to assess multiple units, look at potential rental income. It's just a more complex job, and that's why you see that higher fee.
And it's a pretty similar story for manufactured homes. They have their own unique things to consider, like specific foundation and structural standards that the appraiser absolutely has to verify. That extra step, that additional layer of diligence, is what accounts for that slightly higher $675 fee.
Okay, so we know the numbers, but that kind of begs the question, right? Why does the VA even set these fees in the first place? I mean, why not just let appraisers charge whatever they want? Well, the answer really shows you how the whole system is built to protect you.
It all comes down to this one thing. The VA fee schedule. This is an official public list of appraisal costs, and its whole purpose, its reason for existing, is to make sure that every single veteran gets a fair and consistent price, no matter which lender they end up using.
So the takeaway here is that this system is designed for your benefit. It gives you transparency so you know the cost right from the get-go. It ensures fairness and consistency right across the board. And it sets the fees at a level that still attracts high-quality professional appraisers to actually do the work.
And here's a super important point a lot of people miss. The VA appraisal does double duty. It's not just about figuring out the value, it's also a safety check. The appraiser is there to verify that the property meets the VA's minimum property requirements, or MPRs, to make sure the home is safe, sound, and sanitary for you and your family. It's a huge benefit.
So let's get practical. Where does this $625 fee actually fit into the bigger picture of your upfront home buying costs? Let's put it in context.
When you're budgeting for those initial out-of-pocket expenses, you're usually looking at these 3 main items. First, you've got your earnest money deposit. That shows you're a serious buyer. Second is our topic today, that VA appraisal fee. And third, you have the home inspection, which, yeah, it's optional, but I think we can all agree it's highly, highly recommended.
So, when do you need to have this money ready? Well, your lender is typically going to collect that fee from you right when they order the appraisal, which usually happens pretty soon after your offer is accepted. So you'll want to have those funds available early in the process.
And here's another little number that can help you plan your timeline. The VA actually requires appraisers in Ohio to complete their work within 8 business days of getting the assignment. This really helps make sure your loan process doesn't get hung up waiting for that appraisal report.
And that's really the power of this whole system. Knowing this exact $625 cost from day one, it just gives you so much clarity. It lets you budget with confidence and helps get rid of any of those nasty financial surprises on the road to closing.
So there you have it. You've got a clear, concrete number for a major upfront cost in your Cincinnati home purchase. The question is, with this piece of the puzzle now firmly in place, what's your next step on the path to becoming a homeowner?